Hello from Becky and me, and welcome to this evening's programme.
First tonight, more women than ever are surviving breast cancer.
Cancer Research UK says new tests and better treatment have seen 130,000 lives saved in the past 30 years.
But despite the advances, the charity says there are still too many women dying and more funding is needed to find a cure. Our reporter Hannah Pettifer has more.
For the past year, Liz O'Riordan has been clear of breast cancer. She's a former breast cancer surgeon in Ipswich, Colchester and Bury hospitals. In 2015, Liz was diagnosed with breast cancer. She says she was all too aware of the irony of the doctor becoming the patient.
So I was a fit and healthy triathlete and I was a breast cancer surgeon with no risk factors, and I was diagnosed with a large breast cancer at the age of 40. And suddenly I had every single treatment that I put my patients through, and I realised I had no idea what it's like. Nobody does. I had 9 months of chemotherapy, a mastectomy and radiotherapy until I got the all clear, and it was exhausting. Treatment for cancer is really, really hard, and you've got no idea what it's like until you've been through it.
Advances in research and treatment now mean that record numbers are beating breast cancer. 30 years ago, 15,600 women died from breast cancer, the most breast cancer deaths ever recorded. But according to Cancer Research UK, the death rate has now fallen by 44%. 130,000 lives have been saved that would otherwise have been lost to breast cancer.
We want to cure cancer, don't we? I mean, we don't want it to just drop a bit more. We want to cure all women who have breast cancer. And again, I think that one of the ways to achieve that is to look at early risk factors and identify patients who have higher risk factors.
Last year, Liz had a recurrence of cancer on her chest wall. She underwent a mastectomy and radiotherapy. She eventually had to give up her job, finding it too hard not to relive her battle with cancer through her patients. But she put her energy into writing about dealing with the disease to help others.
I think whenever anyone is diagnosed with breast cancer, it's really, really scary. You don't know whether yours is the one that's going to come back. You don't know how long you have to live. But the research is really, really positive, and I'd like patients to remember that the information your doctors give you is the worst case scenario. But I'm very aware there's a high chance my cancer might come back. We need more research to find a cure for metastatic disease is so important to me, because I could be at the end of the table waiting to get the drugs.
According to Cancer Research UK, more than 11,000 people die every year from breast cancer. They say the significant drop in numbers over the past 30 years shows that their research is working, but is far from over. Hannah Pettifer, ITV News.
In other news, police have revealed a man who died